so grateful for the young people who are working on this project. You know, like, I'm so grateful for their voices. I've only been here for 2.5 months or so, and I see the voices of the young people, and it just fills my heart that we have such powerful young people coming and walking this path, because it was our grandparents and our parents who walked ahead of us, and they opened these doors for us, but now I see the young people making the doorways wider for those ones who are falling behind.
You know, a lot of this work is done by our students, and you know, as a university, this is what it's about, right? The preparing the next generation, and these students show us that there is a bright future ahead for us.
Today, I am pleased to announce that the Government of Canada will invest more than $206,000 in the Canadian Reconciliation Barometer project. But the Barometer, which started in 2015, is an online survey that asks Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples in Canada questions about what reconciliation really means to them. It aims to track the evolution of our understanding of reconciliation and our progress towards it. It is led by Indigenous and non-Indigenous scholars and researchers from across Canada. This new funding will support this project's ongoing efforts, including the creation of an advisory council of elders and traditional knowledge keepers, the building of community relationships across Canada, and the development of learning materials to help educate Canadians about progress towards reconciliation. This initiative is funded through the Canada History Fund, which encourages Canadians to learn more about Canada's history, stories, people, and systems of government. The ultimate goal of the Canadian Reconciliation Barometer project is to build greater understanding and foster healing between Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities all over Canada, something we all want and desperately need.
So far, our work has really focused on understanding what truth and reconciliation means to Indigenous and non-Indigenous people here in Canada on this ongoing and evolving basis, and also respectfully tracking progress using best practices. Moving forward, we also plan to advocate for policies as well as develop and evaluate interventions to advance work toward truth and reconciliation.
We will establish a formal advisory group so that we can continue to do this work in a good way. We have always sought the mentorship, advice, and teachings of elders, knowledge keepers, important community members, and so many people that have helped us along the way. And we really look forward to building more relationships. And that's what we're going to do in building a cross-sector network across Canada through in-person and virtual meetings. The goal of this network is for people to come onto the project and take on pieces themselves, but also we intend to leverage this network so that we can do other efforts together. It's meant to be something that will help our project, but also other efforts. And network members will come from organizations, but also be individuals, some of whom will be community members, so that we can reach more people together. Finally, we intend to create educational materials and enhance our online presence, which is desperately needed, in collaboration with Probe Research, Inc. and Honest Agency, aiming to reach as many people as possible. We intend these materials to be accessible and widely used. And as part of that, Ryan Moran will be producing an episode of the highly acclaimed Tepawaywan podcast. And I highly recommend that you check out the existing episodes. A new project manager who understands how to do this work in a good way will join us to make all of this possible.